This video is for all my neutral queens out there. This is my black and white luxury handbag collection. And today I'm going to be showing you bags from Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hermes, and Dior. And you know me, they're all going to be vintage. And we've got 8 designer bags to get through. So let's get started. Now these aren't in any particular order. I love all my bags equally. Chanel Series 2 bag. I don't even know which leather this is. It could be goat skin. It could be lambskin. The seller told me she thinks it's goat skin, but we're really not sure. This is a bag that I bought from eBay in bunged up condition and sent to a bag spa to have refurbished. It's now worn off, like the refurbishing, some of the paint and stuff has worn off, so it's looking tired again. And they didn't offer hardware replating, so that was kind of a bit of a shame. But this is a bag that I got for what you would consider to be a super deal, so 700 Australian dollars. The refurbishing cost me about 600 Australian dollars. That took it up to 1,300 Australian dollars. Then the seller didn't even tell me about the damage that was on the bag. There was a hole in the corner, hence I had to send it to the bag spa. I had to send it to the bag spa because I can't walk around with a hole in my Chanel bag. But I did decide to keep it instead of sending it back because I thought it was a good deal. But you know what, thinking back, it was 50-50. I could have just done without it and spent that money on a better quality Chanel bag. Gorgeous burgundy interior, made in France. And she has a double long strap, which is not common in modern bag designs, but wasn't as rare in the vintage bag designs. This is my only Series 2 Chanel bag, and the strap length is perfect for me. Got lots of compartments. So you got this pocket here, you got the main pocket here. Inside here, you've got a slip pocket and a zippered pocket. Then here is another pocket. And if you open this flap, it's another pocket. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the outside, and then 2 more on the inside. That's like 6 compartments altogether, and if you count the main one, that's 7 compartments. So that's quite versatile. And another thing, these are T-bar straps. So if you don't like them, you can take them off. This is bag number 7, and this is my only white Chanel handbag, and this is my only white designer handbag. Beautiful gold hardware, and she is Series 0. And I got her with the authenticity card. So I just have it stored in this little plastic sleeve here. And you'll notice here, there's a white background, which is not common on these authenticity cards. And you also have the president's signature. Now, this is something special for Series 0 bags. So at first I thought, is that a fake authenticity card? But I got this authenticated at Zico's Authentication, and she actually explained those elements to me. So thank you to Zico. All white interior as well. Now, this bag has also been refurbished, not by me. I bought it this way. The seller told me, I asked the seller point blank period, has this bag been sparred? The seller said no. When I got the bag, it's clearly been painted. So that kind of miffed me off a little bit. And I bought this in 2022 when the prices in the pre-love market were still a bit too inflated. So I would say I probably overpaid for this bag. It's definitely one of my most expensive bags in my collection. And I have a most expensive handbag collection video, which I'll leave here. And I love using her with this pearl top handle strap. I've just got her attached to the bag by using this ribbon that I just tied myself. Just a bit of a DIY hack. That won't be everyone's cup of tea, but I just attached a ribbon there. This bag only has 1 set of grommets, and it's a longer shoulder strap. And the capacity is really good. You can fit a decent amount in there. It's not a mini bag, it's a small bag. It's about the same size as the Chanel small flap. But I will say something about a painted bag. This being white should be a really scary bag to use. But because it's painted, it kind of wipes off easily. Like, I got lipstick on it, this pink lipstick that I'm wearing, and it just wiped right off. So that is a great benefit to having a painted bag that's white. It's just easy to clean. The interior is similar to the Chanel classic flap. It's not a double flap, it's a single flap. But you do have that lipstick compartment just like the classic flap, and you've got a zipper compartment there. And I just keep it shaped using this pillow that's made for the small flap. But how cute and dainty does she look with the top handle? No back pocket. Vintage Dior trotteur print bag. Not much to say about this bag. I got it for really cheap on eBay, 190 Australian dollars. This is the only Dior bag I bought so far. Opens up like that. Compartments. Wide back pocket. Adjustable strap. So you can go long You can go short. So I love that versatility. But I never really wear her because I have like so many bags. So she just ends up just sitting on the shelf most of the time. So I really could have just done without buying this bag. And that was bag number 6. Vintage Louis Vuitton. Yes, we're getting into Louis Vuitton territory. This is a men's clutch called the Montaigne in the 27 centimeter size. And this is a clutch that I've hacked into a crossbody bag. And my method of hacking was to punch holes in it and use these screw-in D-rings. So now I can add a crossbody strap. I'm loving the hardware here. So it's an LV in a circle, very reminiscent of the logo that they use on the new release Selma BB that came out last year, except this is real hardware and the Selma BB is just foil hot stamping. So I don't know what's up with that, but this is actually real hardware. And when you open her up, it's leather interior, super easy to wipe down and clean, super difficult to stain, meaning it's very easy to maintain. You get a main compartment, you get a zippered compartment, and you get a back slip pocket. Very versatile piece to use, can fit a decent amount because it's 27 centimeters. Now this bag I picked up in 2018 for under 200 Australian dollars. So that was very cheap in American dollars, under 200 American dollars. Now this one is in poor condition because the epi leather has actually lost a lot of structure. You can see here, the corners have curled in and this bottom part is sticking out like a pot belly pouch. It should actually be folded in like that. So you can see the difference there. Sticks out versus folds in. So that one is definitely lost a lot of structure. And I have actually learnt now after owning this bag in a while that this is too much structure loss for my personal preference. So I will not be going for this much structure loss again in the future on my epi pieces. But nevertheless, I'm not going to get rid of this one. I've already hacked it. I'm just going to use it to its full capacity. And this was actually one of the cheapest handbags that I scored. I was able to score 10 designer handbags for under 200 US dollars each. And if you want to see my 10 cheapest handbags in my collection, I'll link that video here. And for all the handbags I'm showing you today, a lot of them I've already got dedicated review videos. So I'll link them all down in the description box below. And if you want to see the prices and more mod shots of any of my Chanel bags, I'll link my Chanel collection video here. And if you want to know the prices and more mod shots of any of my Louis Vuitton bags, I'll link my Louis Vuitton collection video here. And can you believe this bag is from 2001? Vintage Louis Vuitton Monceau bag. So we're still in with Louis Vuitton. This is a mini briefcase. So this is a unisex bag. Both men and women would look great in this. So if you watch my channel, you know I love the Louis Vuitton vintage S-Lock. I've got so many S-Lock bags. So I've got this one here. I've got the Concord here. Another Monceau here. Dragon Cellier clutch here, pochette Curad here. So I'm definitely a fan of the vintage S-Lock. Now this bag, you just open her up, you get one main compartment with a zippered compartment, and you get a front compartment here. There is no back pocket. Now, what I also love about this bag is this is a lockable S-Lock. So unlike the newer bags like the Pochette Matisses, where you just open and close it, you have the option of actually locking these if you can get the key. Now, mind you, the key, you don't need the specific key that came with that bag. Any S-Lock vintage key will work. This is the key that belongs to my Dragon Cellier clutch, which is just sitting back here. And it works on every single S-Lock bag that I have, even though they're different bags. So this is the Cellier key. Okay, now she's locked. I'm going to turn her around. And now she's unlocked. So if you can find any key that's a vintage S-Lock key, it will work on all of the bags. So how good is that? You don't have to hunt down that specific bag's key. We've got a top handle and we've got a detachable and adjustable strap, which is fantastic for a vintage bag. A lot of them came with not detachable straps or not adjustable straps, but this is both detachable and adjustable. I was obsessed with the Monceaus, and that's why I ended up buying 2 of them. And I actually bought the Concord to try to actually squash my cravings for the Monceau because it was a bit expensive. Same with the Cellier Dragon. But I ended up buying 2 of them because I absolutely love the Monceau. Honestly, look how timeless this is. It's like a mini briefcase. This can elevate any outfit. This is from 1994. Can you believe it? The corners are still beautiful. It goes in the way it should. The structure is still really impeccable on this bag. 1994. Vintage Louis Vuitton Mabillon backpack. This is currently my only designer backpack in my collection, and I think she looks incredibly sleek. This can be worn on a semi-formal occasion. This can be worn for work. This can be worn for casual. This can be worn with a dress. This can be worn with jeans. This can be worn with anything. Black epi leather. This I just got in 2023 as my Christmas present from me to me. You get a back pocket. Now the straps are detachable and adjustable on the bottom, but not detachable from the top. So you can only have a backpack configuration. You do get a metal ring to hang the bag. You get a double zip design and you get Alcantara lining. It does have gussets to prevent your things from falling out. And you do get a slip compartment there and a little D-ring if you wanted to hang your keys. I don't really use the D-ring. And I love this because I can carry drinks around in summer and I can have the weight evenly distributed across my two shoulders. I have a lot of shoulder pain, neck pain, and really tight traps on this side. And sometimes wearing a crossbody, whether it's on this side or this side, by having continuous strain on one side, it really starts to hurt my shoulders. So sometimes I just need to evenly distribute the weight, and that is the purpose of this bag. Now this bag did come with a little bit of mold on it, so I had to clean that off. So if you got any mold on the exterior of your bag, I'll actually show you my method of cleaning off mold from the exterior of leather bags. And this is like coated leather or treated leather, not bare leather like Machete. You can also use it on canvas. So I'll link that tutorial here for you. Vintage Hermes Sac Sandrine from about approximately the 1970s. This is my only Hermes bag in my collection, and I'm so glad I picked this model to be my very first Hermes. Absolutely no regrets. She is very versatile. She's very low-key, very beautiful, and very easy to use. So the Hermes Sac Sandrine, this was actually named after French actress Sandrine Dumas. She's a member of the family that runs Hermes, and her dad was at one time the president of Hermes, so he named the bag after his daughter. Isn't that such a nice story? This is a bag which has no back pocket, so I know that matters to some people. It has a very beautiful closure. This is called a stirrup closure, and it just lifts up like that. It looks like a horse stirrup. And when you open her up, you are met with the most scrumptious leather I've ever felt and smelt in my life. There it is, one main compartment, but you get a slip compartment here. You get a zippered compartment here and another compartment here. So already we've got various compartments. We've got an easy closure. And the kicker is the strap. Now this is actually a strap extender that I'm using, and that's because the strap was a little bit too short for me to go crossbody. So I just needed this extra 15 centimeters here. But this strap is actually detachable on one side. So it normally looks like that, but now I can take it off. And you can actually wear this bag in 7 different configurations. You can wear this bag in 7 different ways. What a versatile Hermes bag. How many Hermes bags can you wear in 7 different ways? And I actually show you all 7 ways in my review video of this bag, which I'll leave here for you. But if anyone's looking for a starter Hermes bag that's not crazy expensive, now these are a little bit rare on the pre-love market and the price can fluctuate, so it's not always at the best price, but this is definitely one to consider about whether or not you want to add this to your collection and whether or not you want to hunt it down and wait for it at a good price. Because this, for me, no regrets at all. I'm glad this was my first introduction to Hermes because I got it at a great price. So I got it for under 2,000 Australian dollars. It was 1,300 euro, which is about like maybe close to 1,300 US dollars. You can wear it 7 different ways. The condition was still considerable for its age. I'm not saying it's excellent condition, but it's considerable for a 1970s bag. And if you have a box calf leather bag that needs to be cleaned and conditioned, I actually show you what products I use in my box calf clean and condition video, which I'll leave here for you. But 7 different ways to wear the bag. Love it. Vintage Chanel Series 0. How gorgeous is this Chanel bag? How unique is this Chanel bag? None of my Chanel bags are the classic flap. So they were all probably seasonal bags for that time. None of these are the classic bags. This is a single flap. I call it like a curved chevron. Some people call it a half moon bag. And she is absolutely soft lambskin. Gorgeous. Not many people have this bag, but there are a few. So Jean from Singapore, who has an absolute killer vintage Chanel collection, she also has this bag in beige. So I'll link her Instagram down below. Now I currently use a bag organizer in there, and I keep her stuffed with a bag pillow, but that's the burgundy interior there. Again, another one of my most expensive handbags in my collection. Now, the grommets on these vintage bags, when you have two, they actually go side by side, unlike the modern bags, which are top and bottom. These are side by side. And with the vintage bags, you'll find that on the strap, there will be one set of links which does not have the leather woven through it. So that is normal for a vintage Chanel bag. Absolutely loving the 24 karat gold plated hardware on this one. This one has not silvered. It's still gold, yellow gold, which is what I absolutely love. I bought this at a time of my life when I was desperate for vintage Chanel. I was like too obsessed with vintage Chanel. So much so that I spent my last $2,000 on this bag. Gosh, what a poor financial decision. Guys, sometimes we lose our head when it comes to vintage designer bags. Like we get on the train, the Chanel train, the Louis Vuitton train, the Hermes train, and we just absolutely lose our head. And come on, some of us in the luxury community, we have really bad toxic shopping habits. And I actually literally spent my last $2,000 on this Chanel bag and went broke. Shocking decision, which I've reflected on in this video here, but you know, it's true. That's exactly what happened. But I haven't done that again. And this bag is gorgeous. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which was your favorite of my black and white bags, and which one was your least favorite? And out of your collection, what's your favorite black or white bag? I'd love to know about your collection. And actually, guys, I've recently done my entire handbag collection of 50 bags. That's my designer and non-designer, and I'm going to leave that video here for you to carry on with next.